Anderson, I know this was a very emotional week for you all week long, and now that the fight is behind you,
Okay.
good to see you. I know this was a very emotional week for you. You got a little choked up at the weigh-ins and all those things. Now that the fight's behind you, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm feeling happy. It's very difficult to continue fight in this sport in the same level when you don't train hard. I train hard for continue the same level. And tonight I try to do my best for all my fans and for myself, because I love this sport.
Yeah. It was fun to watch. I mean, the technical expertise of both of you in there and what you were doing was amazing. Can you talk about, Israel's skills and maybe what surprised you or how you felt he performed tonight?
Well, Israel is very fast, is young, and have the great future inside the UFC. I talked to Israel about something, so please keep straight your focus. Don't lose your focus because you have amazing talent. Just keep doing. And this has happened, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But I'm very impressed. Because it's a two generation inside the cage and great show for everyone. I'm so happy.
And lastly, I think people were impressed with your skills as well, that you were so even with a younger guy. You said you want to fight in Curitiba. What kind of fight makes sense to you? Are there names, things that you want to accomplish, or a name that you want to fight? What would make sense for you in Curitiba?
Well, now because the last time when I tried to fight in Curitiba, I have problems and I take the series very fast and I come out the card. And now I have a chance for fight in my city, when everything start. And I talked to Ed and talked to my team, and maybe I think it makes sense fight me and Nick Diaz in Curitiba. Let's go see. It's just waiting for Dana, because it's not time to make the good decisions or not. And hopefully I go fight in Curitiba.
Anderson, Australia. You didn't get the win tonight, but you put on a pretty masterful performance. As you can tell, the crowd was going pretty crazy for that. Were you happy with your performance tonight?
Yeah, I'm happy. Of course, I'm very. I'm working very hard for win, but I'm happy to my performance. I talked to my team about that, and everybody talked to me and say, "Don't worry, it's good. Let's go back to home and start training again and continue your legacy."
And the whole crowd was chanting your name in there. What does it mean to know that you have fans on this side of the world that really support you?
Wow, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm very lucky because I worked in my entire life for this sport, and when I see the people, I'm very lucky.
Thanks.
Just over here, Anderson, up the back. I'm just wondering, you mentioned Nick Diaz's name. What interests you about doing that rematch?
Wow, because I think it's a very interesting fight because the last fight with me and Nick is no contest. And I talked to Nick, I talked to manager Nick for a couple months ago and about this fight. And Nick said, okay, let's go do it. Let's go talk to Dana and let's go do it, Let's go see, I don't know. I just waiting for Dana. It's too, it's too early for talking about that, but hopefully I fight in Curitiba.
After the fight, he said some stuff to Israel. I'm wondering, what did you say to him? Because you're a big you're a big hero of his, and he bowed down to you and showed you respect after the fight. What did you say to him in the octagon?
Well, I say thank you. Thank you for giving me more energy and inspiring me to continue my sport and doing something special for everybody inside the cage.
And just final question from me. Chael Sonnen had a bit of a joke. He tweeted out that, you know, I want to fight Anderson Silva and Israel can move up and fight Kelvin Gastelum. I just want to get your reaction. Did you see that, and what did you think when you put that in?
I don't see it, but I respect Chael, you know. Chael gave me the great opportunity for doing the great fight in the story of the sport, you know. And everybody talking about Chael, but Chael is very smart and a good fighter too.
Anderson, you've spoken in the past about how you sort of like the big fights, and you've expressed interest in this in the past. Conor McGregor tweeted out after the fight. Did you have a chance to see what he said by any chance?
No, I don't.
He gave you a lot of compliments, basically calling you a pioneer, and he said that it would be an honor. I think he's insinuating he would like to fight you. What do you think about that?
Well, I first of all, I respect the champ, you know, and the second one, I think in this point in my career and Conor career, it's a very interesting doing something special for the fans. I think the super fight, me and Conor, is a very interesting, you know, and let's go see. The future is inside UFC is very interesting because everything's changed fast. But, you know, I'm ready back to fight very soon.
I was going to say, Conor seems to really want to fight in Brazil, and you want to fight in Curitiba. If the UFC wanted to do that fight next, do you think that would make sense to you? Would you rather Conor over Nick Diaz if it was possible?
Well, both is the great fighters. Both is the very interesting fight for the fans. Hopefully, I go talk to Dana. Hopefully, Dana doing this, you know, because that's very important for me fighting my city, you know, when I start martial arts and doing something special in Curitiba for my fans, you know.
Anderson?
Okay, I see.
Okay. Before the fight, it seemed like you didn't really want to make any comparisons with Israel. Now you've fought him. Would you like to say what similarities you do see in him, in yourself?
No, it's a completely different game. Israel is have a different game, and wow, I'm very impressed because Israel give me good challenge inside the cage. You know, for a long time I don't feel the same challenge in my life. But you know, I'm very impressed. I respect Israel. He's a young guy, have a great future inside the sport, and hopefully come to fight for the belt and win.
Anderson over here. Can you just tell us about how it was communicated to you that you would be fighting in the main event? Was it just something that they said to you and you agreed to, or was there any suggestion that you might do a 5-round fight? Can you just tell us how that occurred?
When I stay in my bed in my room, I saw in the internet. I said, "What?" And the first moment I just call Ed and say, "What happened to Whitaker?" Because this has happened to me, and I'm sad in the first moment. And I say, "Okay, it's my job, but you know, hopefully Whitaker stay okay, because I know this is not good, you know? Because especially when you're training for 4-6 months for a fight for the belt and for protect your belt, and this has happened, you know. Hopefully Whitaker come better and better.
And did they offer you a 5-round fight, or was that not discussed?
No, never. For me? No, but the people never talk to me. Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Hey Anderson. Anderson.
Hi.
Given that some fans thought you were going to retire if you possibly lost the fight tonight, and given how you
Retired?
Yeah.
Of course not. Of course not.
But yeah, given that how you performed tonight, what were your thoughts about that?
Wow. I don't see the fight, but when I see the fight, I will talk to you about that. But I think it's not too bad, you know, especially for one man, 43, for a young guy, you know. I think I'm not fighting too bad.
And I really do have to ask, did you ever go swim with sharks while you were here? Yet?
Yes, of course. I go swim for the sharks, but inside the cage.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Bye.